So these earbuds are probably the best looking earbuds that I've seen in a long time, and they're called the KBEAR K02s, and they're technically classed as an IEM or in-ear monitor type of earbud, which are generally used by high-end audiophiles and even musicians during live shows. And that's where I know IEMs from anyway, and most of the time they're usually quite expensive, but KBEAR have got these on offer for around the £40 mark here in the UK, which I think is an absolute steal. And right now I just want to state that I am no picky audiophile. I can appreciate great sounding music, but I'm not chasing lossless audio or really comment on the intricate details of music that may or may not be there. So please take that as you will. And thank you to KeepHiFi for sponsoring this video. So the KBEAR K02 IEMs are made from a resin type molded material and they look absolutely stunning. And I've got maple brown version here, which does look to have a bronzite type finish with specks of maybe some blue and purple. There are also crystal violet and misty blue variants available too if that is more your style. Now they do fit extremely well in the ear, and as usual I did dive straight for the largest bud available and went about listening to my music. Now there are 3 types of bud in the box, which I read somewhere they give the earbuds a different sound. Now I couldn't really tell the difference between them, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not saying this information is wrong, and maybe my ears just aren't as sensitive as others, I'm not really too sure. But either way, the large earbuds fit me the best, and I opted for the white clear ear tips in the end for my testing. Being IEMs, these things are not Bluetooth, they are not wireless, and they do not need an app. The 2 earbuds plug into an included cable, which is thin and braided and apparently anti-tangle, though I reckon a week in the bottom of a woman's handbag and you'll see a different story. There is no such thing as anti-tangle, or at least I've never seen it anyway. The cable, though, I will say is very nice and soft and covered in plastic, which if you're using these as monitor earbuds and trailing them, say, through your clothes while on stage, say, then there is a low chance that they'll actually get snagged on your clothing. Inside are 2 drivers which make these earbuds pretty special. Now, the first is your beryllium-plated 10mm diaphragm dynamic driver, which is there to drive most of your music through. However, there is a 10mm bone conduction driver which aids with those ultra low bass frequencies and can produce a really nice deep rumbling feeling in the earbuds. Now, listening to the Pedro Raccoon song, because that's probably the best example I can think of with that much kind of front end bass in it, sounded very controlled, and there was a nice separation between your higher frequencies and that bass line. And note the keyword feeling as well. Now, being bone conduction, you can really feel the bass in your music rather than typically turning up the volume or making any EQ changes to compensate. And it really works really well, in fact. Okay, some smaller details in your music are still missed, and I'm talking really top-end stuff, but they're a £40 pair of earbuds. You can't really go wrong here, and they sound amazing. Now, KBEAR have tuned the headphones to a typical V-shaped pattern with the equalizer, with a massive drop-off towards the very top end of the treble scale, which I think will give most people's music a decent lift. Now, of course, you could use your own custom EQ apps or whatnot on your phone or whatever you're plugging these into to really counteract what's been tuned already, but I do quite like it as it is. And as I stated at the start of this video, I'm no audiophile at all. I can just appreciate a lovely set of earbuds. So are these going to be for everyone? Well, no, I can't say they are, because the biggest thing you have to rely on is a cable. Do they sound better than cheaper wireless earbuds around this £40 mark? Hell yes. For £40, there is not really much better out there, if anything, at this price that I've used anyway. And they fit very comfortably, they are tuned very well, have a great cable, and are just an all-round great-looking set of earbuds.